All right, guys, how to reinvent your life without moving to Bali or faking your own disappearance, guys. This is about you respecting you and seeing what a beautiful human being you are. So, today we're talking about something dramatic, something bold, something slightly terrifying, but mostly exciting. We're talking about reinventing your life. Now, before you panic, no, this does not require shaving your head, selling everything you own, or becoming a minimalist monk, or moving to Bali to find yourself, or Thailand, or anywhere else you think is just wonderful. So, unless you want to, that's up to you. In which case, send me a postcard or some points so I can come visit you. Now, reinventing your life is not about becoming a different person. It's about becoming more you on purpose. So let's break this down into a simple, realistic, slightly dramatic, but really doable 8 steps. Okay? So, step one, accept that you're allowed to change. That's it. You want to change? So change. Somewhere along the way, we're told maybe you had to pick a lane, pick a career, pick a personality, pick a version of yourself, and stick with it forever. But here's the truth: you're not a brand, you're a human being. You're allowed to outgrow jobs, relationships, friends, hobbies, dreams, even old versions of yourself. Reinvention starts the moment you say, I don't actually have to stay who I was. And no, this is not an identity crisis, it's growth. Okay? Step two, get honest. Like, I know it honesty can be uncomfortable, but being honest is going to get you that change. You want a new life, you have to have clarity around the things you truly want. You have to ask yourself, what feels heavy in my life right now? What drains me? What do I complain about constantly? If nothing was embarrassing and no one judged me, what would I try? Hmm? Now, the tricky part is this: don't answer how you think you should answer. You have to answer honestly. Because reinvention doesn't begin with motivation, it begins with truth. You don't need to burn your whole life down. You just need to identify what's not working. Now, step three, you have to design your future. Close your eyes for a second. Imagine it's 3 years from now. Future you wakes up energized, feels confident, has momentum, isn't secretly wishing for an escape plan. What does that version of you wear, read, do on the weekends, talk about, prioritize, no longer tolerate? Be very specific, okay? Don't say, oh, I'm not successful, I'm not happy, so that's just it. What does a Tuesday look like? Huh? What does Monday? What does Wednesday? What does Saturday? Reinvention becomes real when it gets practical. Okay? So stop waiting for a big moment to a light bulb to go off, something earth shattering. Most people think reinvention requires a breakup, burnout, dramatic wake up one day, and it's just a rock bottom moment. Now, it can happen that way, but it usually doesn't. You can reinvent your life on a random Tuesday. The only thing required from you is a decision. And here's the secret: big transformations are just small daily upgrades stacked up over time. No confetti, no dramatic soundtrack. It's consistent micro shifts. Step five, upgrade your identity first. This is where it gets oh so powerful. Say, I'm becoming someone who takes care of their body instead of, I want to start a business. Say, I'm becoming someone who builds things. Behavior sticks when identity shifts. You don't have to just rise to the level of your goals. You have to rise to the level of your self-image first. That's what gets you to your goals. So ask, who do I need to believe I am to live that life? Then start acting like it. That person, and then 5% there, 10% there, 20, 30. Keep going. Number 6, change your environment. It's cheating, but in a very good way. Willpower is overrated. Environment is everything. You want to read more? Put a book on your pillow. Want to eat better? Stop buying junk food. You want to stop doom scrolling? Charge your phone outside your bedroom. You want to think bigger? Spend more time around people who talk about ideas instead of just gossip. You surround yourself, shape your standards. They're yours alone. Now, if you want to stay in the same environment, doing the same things with the same inputs, you'll get the same output. This isn't about abandoning your life. It's about editing it. Okay. So, step 7. Let it be messy. That's the part no one talks about. Reinvention is awkward. You feel fake, inconsistent, doubtful, impatient, dramatic, delusional. Like this could never happen for me. This couldn't be my life. Good. That's the life you want. That means you're stretching. Okay? Now, when you act differently than your past self, your brain panics. It's like, what's going on here? It's like, wait, we don't want this. We don't want this. Keep scrolling, keep moving, keep procrastinating, keep overthinking. This has become a pattern for us. This is safe. But growth always feels unnatural at first. Every confident person was once awkward. Every disciplined person was once inconsistent. Every successful person once had zero evidence of that potential success. Messy does not mean wrong. Messy means new. Step 8, protect your momentum. Because look, your momentum is fragile in the beginning. When you start reinventing yourself, people might say, oh, you've changed. To which you can reply, correct, I have. Not everyone is going to benefit from your growth. Some people are comfortable with a version of you that plays small. But this is your life. So protect your energy, limit the access to chronic negativity, curate your inputs, guard your mornings. Reinvention requires courage, not permission. Okay? So the practical blueprint for this is just this. It's tangible. If you want to reinvent yourself, life is starting at this moment, right now. So let's start it. Let's plan it out for you. Week 1 is about clarity. Journal every day. Write down what's working and what's not. That's how you're going to redefine your future. Choose one area to focus on first. Health, career, relationships, your mindset, what area? It does not matter. Just one area. Now, week 2, identity shift. Decide who you are becoming. Change your self talk. Make one visible upgrade in your wardrobe, your workspace. Tweak it, just clean it up. Just a new routine. It's small but symbolic of who you are becoming. Week 3, build on the 1 or 2 habits that you've come to like or decide to keep for your new you. It can be embarrassing, sure, but consistency equals intensity. It's gonna bring it up another level. Week 4, you're gonna rest, clean, delete, unfollow, organize, just rearrange everything. Drop off the stuff that you don't need. You're gonna make space so you can bring more into your future. Okay? Now, I want you to remember this for your reinvention. You will doubt yourself. Do it anyway. You're gonna compare yourself. Stop it. If people want results immediately, you won't get them. Reinvention is not glamorous, it's repetitive. It's choosing differently when nobody's looking. It's the myth of starting over is like you're not starting from scratch now. You are starting from experience. So every mistake you made, every failure, every awkward phase, every heartbreak, that's not baggage, it's data. You're not erasing your whole life, you're building onto it. This is what you do. So the 5 questions that are going to change everything for you are this. Now, if you only remember this part of the video, write this down. Ask yourself, question 1, what am I tolerating that I shouldn't be? 2, what would I attempt if I knew it wouldn't embarrass myself? 3, who am I spending the most time around, and is that helping? 4, what does my daily routine say about my future? And 5, if I keep living exactly like this, where will I be in 5 years? The last one hits different. You know why? Because reinvention is not a decision. Not only, it's a destination. Because it gets magical when you say you've arrived. You don't wake up and suddenly feel like future you. You become it gradually, quietly, through tiny choices. That's it. You're going to bed earlier, saying no, speaking up, applying for that thing you thought you couldn't get, ending that thing that you thought you shouldn't, starting that thing that you thought you couldn't. It's subtle, but subtle, done daily, becomes seismic. Earth quaking. You're not stuck. You've fallen into a pattern, and patterns can be changed. You don't need a new city, a new face, or a new personality, or a new life. You need new standards, new habits, and new decisions. And maybe slightly better sleep. You've been waiting for a sign of reinventing yourself. This is it, right here. Not in a dramatic, burnt all the way down way. You don't want to let it get that far. This is a calm, powerful, deliberate way of reinvention. You don't have to transform overnight. And honestly, if you did, it probably wouldn't stick. But you just have to begin. You have to take the first step. And the beginning is the best part of the journey. Not next Monday, not next year, not when you feel confident, today. Because 3 years from now, future you will either thank you or wish you had started. And honestly, I think future you is rooting for you already. That's why you're watching this. So go, make you proud. I'll see you later.